Hi there, this is Aaron.
Hi, Aaron. This is my call. You're still there, Adriana?
Adriana's here.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you really good, but when there's a lot of feedback in the room, so I don't know if there's people up and about moving around, but I can hear you really, really, really good.
Okay. Good. We'll see how that goes. If that becomes an issue, then we'll have to deal with that.
Okay. So far, so good.
Okay, good. That's
maybe like installation in there.
I do. Third drive-through window within the public entry will stop at
And the zoning, map that we no, I can't do it. Okay, pay your money. I can add it, so do you have access to that?
Yeah.
We can. Okay. All right.
Okay. There's the front.
Still has one in there, but the track used to run.
I have a phone.
Now it just.
Hey, why not?
I haven't tried it. Is that the one where they do it in the street? Writers.
Yeah.
It was with Angry Birds and then we
gave my mother-in-law a split of my kids where they both have tablet. I actually stopped eating tablets and tablets.
Any money on this, try like
Hi, this is Ray Kimsey. I'm the Vice Chairman for the Gardner Planning Commission. I'd like to thank you all for coming to this meeting on August 27th. And I think we'll call this to order. And the first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. You could all stand for that.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next we'll take the roll call. We'll start to my right.
Lavella here.
Barber here.
Ray Kimsey here.
Godwin here.
And we have two present by phone, if you wouldn't mind stating your names.
Are you still?
Webster here. Mater here.
Can you hear me on the phone?
Yes, very well, thank you.
Great. Can you confirm for me that you guys each received the Planning Commission packet?
Yes, I've got the packet.
How about you, Adriana?
Well, yep, I have it, thank you.
Great, okay. Proceed from there.
Presentations.
And you have the presentations for both the McDonald's expansion and also for the food and gas services presentation?
Yes.
I have it.
Great, okay.
Mr. Chairman, can you just ask the audience if they can hear the commissioners on the
Sure.
phone?
Can everyone in the audience hear the commissioners on the phone okay? Great. At this point, we have three orders of business, basically, four actually, with the consent agenda. We are going to withdraw the public officials liability training at the end of the presentation. We'll wait till we have some more members present and do that at a later time. So the first order of business is the consent agenda. This is a standing approval for the minutes written for the last meetings. Everybody had a chance to review that?
Yep.
We need a motion for approval on that? Okay. Anybody?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Any seconds? Okay. Let's go ahead and start on the right again. Do you approve the
Do we individually?
yeah.
You can just vote all together.
Do we approve all together? Great. Any issues then?
No, I don't think there's any discussion.
Okay. All right, that's approved.
Just call for a vote.
What's that?
Just call for a vote.
Call for a vote at this time?
Yeah, call for a vote.
All in favor?
All
All in favor? Okay.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next would be the old business. Is that Singh? I hope I pronounced that last name correctly. Singh Food and Gas Services?
There'll be a staff presentation.
That's all right.
Okay, Commissioners, this is a request from Singh Food and Gas Service for a change in zoning of the property at 18865 South Gardner Road from C2 General Business District to C3 Commercial District. While the impetus for this rezone application was an effort to allow a used car lot at the property, the application is really for a rezone. It's not specifically for the car lot itself. It's to allow that as a use on that property. In order to approve a used car lot in the event the rezone is approved, the applicant would need to apply for a land use permit, and that's reviewed by the Community Development Director, who would rule on the land use permit application. So I just want to review the history. A lot of us know this, but just to be clear, for those who don't, in September 2012, the Gardner Codes Administrator issued a land use permit for the sale of used cars at the fuel station, convenience store, and liquor store at the address. The land use permit was issued for a period of 6 months to expire on March 24th, 2013, but it was issued on the basis that the property was zoned C3. After receiving at least one complaint about the used car lot, city staff came to realize that the property is actually zoned C2 and the land use permit had thus been issued in error. Prior to the expiration of the permit, the Community Development Director informed the applicant that the city would not renew the land use permit. Quickly after that, Sing Food and Gas Service submitted the rezone application in March 2013. Planning Commission considered that application at the April meeting, but deferred action. At that meeting, staff recommended denial of the rezone application. Planning Commission was reluctant to recommend approval of the rezone based on the discussion in the minutes of that meeting, and so they requested a report by staff on alternatives to the rezone. At the May meeting, staff presented alternatives, one being a special use permit application. Gardner's Special Uses Ordinance provides for a wide range of uses in commercial districts to be considered by a special use permit. A special use permit provides for the approval but places a time limit of 2 years, and a rezone application does not provide for approval with a time restriction. The Planning Commission suggested the applicant could withdraw the rezone application and submit a special use permit application instead, but left that to the choice of the applicant. The Gardner zoning ordinance does not allow the submittal of a successive application for a use that was denied under a different application unless that restriction, that limitation on successive applications, is waived by the governing body being the mayor and city council. On August 19th, the city council approved the applicant's request. The applicant did request a waiver, but requested that they also be allowed to apply for continue the rezone application. On August 19th, the City Council approved the applicant's request to waive the restriction and ruled that the applicant would be allowed to keep the rezone application in play and active, I should say, and allow a decision on the rezone. And in the event that the rezone application is denied, then they are granting the applicant permission to apply for a special use permit in the event the rezone application is denied. Again, this body does not approve the rezone, doesn't have the authority to approve the rezone, but does make a recommendation to the governing body who makes that decision. So just to be clear, we've talked a lot about different types of applications, but this hearing tonight is on a rezone application and not on a special use permit or a land use permit. So with that said, I'll go through some of these slides. So this is the location of the property. This is the map, the zoning map. As you can see on the east side of Gardner Road, the land for this property and all the land surrounding it is zone C2. The land on the other side of Gardner Road is C3. C2 is a more restrictive zoning district than C3. C3 allows types of uses that are listed in your staff report. What I've done with the staff report is provide an excerpt of the zoning ordinance and the uses that are allowed or permitted, conditional, for each of those zoning classifications in your packet. So our basis, staff's basis for this recommendation is largely predicated on the types of uses that are